Hello and welcome to our first lesson on probability. So today we are going to learn the language associated with probability and demonstrate that understanding by describing the probability of certain events occurring. So I want you just to pause it now and using the sheet that you've been given, write down the definitions for these 6 terms. So we have chance experiment, which is a process such as rolling a dice that can be repeated many times. We have a trial, which is one performance of an experiment to get one result. Then we have the outcome, which is the result obtained. We should know that term. Then we have sample space, and this is something that's really important. So this is a list of all the possible outcomes we could have. Now we don't repeat the outcomes, and we'll look at this in our example, but if the dice had a 12-sided dice, but each number between 1 and 6 occurred twice, we wouldn't write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would just write it once. Then we have the event, which is the favourable outcome of a trial, so what we want to achieve. So example is an event for rolling a dice could be to get an even number, so what is our answer that we're looking for? And then we have our favourable outcome, so any outcome that belongs to the event. So what do we get is, does it belong to the event? So for example, like it says there, an event for rolling a dice could be getting an even number. So what are the chances of obtaining an even number? And the favourable outcomes are the possible outcomes we could get that we would want, which is 2, 4, or 6. Let's do an example. So we're going to list the sample space for randomly choosing a letter from the word timetable. And this is where what I was saying about not repeating letters comes into play. We've got 2 T's and 2 E's, but we're not going to write them twice. So what we do is we write S equals a little squiggly brackets, time-able, because we're not going to repeat the T or the E. So we get this funny little word here, but these are all the possible letters we can get. We're not wanting to know how many of each letter there is, just the possible answers we could get. So I want you to pause it and list the sample space for randomly selecting a heart from a standard deck of cards. So you should have had your S equals your sample space equals your squiggly brackets, hearts, diamonds, spades, or clubs, as they are the 4 suits that we could have. Okay, another way we can describe our outcome is, or the likelihood of something occurring, is using both verbal descriptions and numerical descriptions. So we use 1 or less as our numerical description, and it's almost like a percentage. It's like if we flip a coin, there's a 50-50 chance of us getting heads or tail. And we would write that as 0.5, okay, which is like half a chance, 50% chance. Then we use even chance to describe that word or that event occurring. So for things like, what's a good one? What are the chances of, I'm trying to think of a good one now. What are the chances of you flipping a coin and getting an answer? Getting either heads or tail? Well, that's almost certain. You're going to get heads or tails, so it's certain or a chance of 1, okay, like almost 100%. So we use these as certain ways of describing how we, or the outcome that we are likely to achieve. So let's do some examples. So do the experiments below have equally likely outcomes? Explain. So the chance of, like in rolling a dice, is it likely that we're going to get any number? Is it all equal chance? So this one, yes, because all 6 numbers occur once, which means they have an equal chance. Now, what is the odds of selecting a letter randomly from the word below? What are the chances of getting each letter? Is it even chance? Well, no, because L appears 3 times. So L, L, L. So Lilydale says L 3 times. So no, it means that we have a greater chance of getting an L than we do any other letter. Okay guys, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can either leave a comment below or ask a teacher. But yeah, we'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks guys.